right, guys. Welcome to the episode. Hey, we stopped talking for a second.
Sorry.
I'm going to keep that in. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for another episode. This one's a little crazy on the fly. We got a cool cast of characters in the space today. We have Danish, you've seen here before. He's part of the original cast. He's part of the original cast. He got cut in season 2, but he's head of Bitcoin.com exchange. And then we also have Eric Benz. Eric is speaking to us out of the UK there with a sunny background. He is CEO of Changelly, crypto swaps platform. My co-host Ryan Gorman. And then we have a surprise guest on today, and that's Rob, who is from Digital Asset News, which is a YouTube channel that everybody needs to check out. Digital Asset News. He's killing it. He has daily bits on news. If you don't have a long attention span, you definitely want to subscribe to him for sure.
That's the only news feed I use.
It's the only news guy you need to know, and all his information is going to be in the description. So please hop on over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures, a lot less writing. It's very, a lot. I do well with symbols, Dan. So
if you're into picture books, you're going to do fine.
Then you're gonna love my channel. That's all it is. It's pictures and little finger paintings. That's all we do.
I'm one fan, Dan. I'm excited. I'm excited to be on this podcast. I wouldn't be anywhere else tonight. Like I said, I do not have a company to run.
How much volume did Changelly do today, Eric?
More than you'll ever do. How's that for numbers?
Yeah, that's a good number.
You know what, Alex? Let me do it visually for you. Hold on one sec. A lot.
That's a boatload.
Unbelievable. So, what's the latest? What's the latest gossip on your guys' side of the pond over there? What's going on?
I'll tell you.
Dude,
These
so much gas.
They're trying to sneak into the country here. I mean, UK is barely allowing American citizens in, and they're just sneaking in like you wouldn't believe. They're all looking.
There might be another American coming next week, right? Alex.
There we go.
Eric said he has a room waiting for me, and then we'll go to Ibiza. But
actually, I have to check with the concierge. The Crypto Palace might be booked, but I'll think I can make a room for you.
God help you if you're staying over there.
I know I may not survive. Dan, with all the stuff that you got going on, you scour the news. You don't work in the crypto space, which I think is really cool. I mean, you have other jobs that you do, other businesses that you own. So jealous.
So jealous. Yeah, I am not like you guys. You guys are on the forefront doing everything.
You don't have bags under your eyes.
Yeah, that's because, Benz, I get a solid 9 hours of sleep.
You also have all your hair, which is
yeah. Damn it!
No. It is going, and there is silver around the sides. You just don't see it because it's just lighting. It's lighting. That's what it is.
So I caught on to Rob when I think it was last week or the week before. I wrote an article for CoinDesk and on the OCC decision. And he gracefully picked up on that from somewhere. I don't know. He must have had a lot of time on his hands. And he decided to feature it in one of his clips. So I watched the clip. He explained the whole article. He gave me good reviews, which was awesome. What are you watching this week, or what's been interesting to you this week in the news? I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are, and then I want to hear what the peanut gallery has to say.
I got to tell you, so there's one story that I'm excited to cover, and I was actually going to record this before I came on here, and I was like, oh crap, I got to hit Alex's show. So this one is about Vitalik Buterin, and he talks about how Bitcoin maximalists will be on the wrong side of history, and it kind of goes through, and it was all propagated by Blockstream CEO Adam Beck.
Black.
Yeah, Black. And he talked about how Ethereum and Cardano and all these different projects and BitConnect are there solely to steal your money from Bitcoin. So this was on my channel. I do not care what goes up. There are certain channels out there that are like, you know what? It is Ethereum all the way. It is Cardano all the way. It is Tomato Coin or whatever. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. And they are hardcore maximalists. So for me,
Bitcoin, but it's true. It's going up.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So I don't care what goes up because when the water rushes in, all the boats rise. And I think this is one of those times when we have to stop the bickering and going back and forth and just go, you know what? If something comes up, great. I'm a big cheerleader. If it doesn't go up, doesn't go up. And then off we go. So that's one of the stories I want to really cover.
Yeah, Danish, BCH is not going up, man.
Yeah, Danish, I bought BCH at a shit price.
What's going on, dude? I'm pissed.
Let me call Roger.
I'm back in Bitcoin, just like Dan says.
Yeah.
You are stealing my money.
After this call, get Roger Burr on the phone. I want some answers on why.
Call Roger. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Sorry, 1 second here.
Yeah. Hello, Roger. Hello. Hello.
Oh, hey, Roger. Yes, I've been watching the markets.
BCH is going up. Everything's going up now.
Who's that? Bitcoin Jesus coin? Oh, I'll get it. 1 second. Yeah. All right, bye.
What we should have bought is gold, dude. That thing's up like 30-40% this year, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'd rather buy silver.
I moved into gold. I moved some money into gold about 4 weeks ago, and it's returned 18.5% already, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
you should have bought my decentralized gold coin which went up 65%.
Well, how about this? Eric and Danish, you two are responsible for listing shit coins on your own exchange.
Listing project,
community project,
quality project.
I have to stop cursing, or I won't be able to monetize this ridiculous video.
Regulatory procedures. Yes.
What are some interesting projects that you guys have seen over the last 2 months during Corona?
Don?
Good question. Eric, would you like to go ahead?
Yeah, one of the interesting projects, I think, one that we're currently in discussions with, which I can't really get into too many details unless Danish wants to go ahead and spoil the soup, is Atari. I'm excited about that project and what they're doing. It's a really exciting, obviously we might have
to bleep that out in this entire situation. We're under NDA.
Oh, we're not saying what we're doing with them. They're talking about projects that we like. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that they have their own chain is not also public.
So looks like I got my story for today. All right. This is nice.
Dan.
Oh, no.
So I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
So Dan, the rumor.
Dan, I'm gonna sick Lulu on you. You know.
No. So maybe we'll cut that part out completely.
Yeah. Please.
One of the interesting projects that we just listed is Orchard Protocol, which is kind of like a decentralized VPN service that Roger's an advisor of. They're on Coinbase, they're on Kraken, and we kind of debuted them yesterday actually on our exchange. We've been in discussions with them for the past like 6-7 months sort of things. Finally got them live yesterday. It's doing well. They're now putting their service out in Europe as well, so you can just download their app and use Orchard tokens as like a payment mechanism, and they kind of help protect all your traffic online.
You know, the other exciting token I saw go live on your exchange, Danish, is Hex. I mean, Hex everywhere here in the UK. It's advertising everywhere.
So interesting. Have you not seen the cabs around? Like Richard Hart has just really like spread it all around. It's done really well. Since we listed it, I think it's been up like 120x. So it's really given the believers the return that they needed.
Outside, stop being politically correct. Outside of high returns, what are your real thoughts about Hex?
I think actually people equate it to BitConnect, but it actually has like proper mechanisms around it. Everybody's looked at like the AA lobby and all that sort of stuff and the returns and everything. I don't think it's as big a Ponzi as people think it is.
Really?
Well, so Lulu would have to disagree with you.
How do you say that? Did you not? I mean, between Peter McCormick battling Richard Hart all the end of last year and stuff, and the way the actual thing works, you don't think it's a Ponzi?
Well, no. I mean, like you stake your coins, you get more coins in return. You stake your coins, you get more in return. And in the end, whoever gets the big payday gets a share of whoever staked their tokens. So it's not. It's really not as much of a Ponzi as any other sort of like financial instrument for the most part that we used to construct back in financial services is. It's like it does what it says on the tin, and that's essentially it. Like I don't think he's like leading people into thinking he's going to get BitConnect style returns. He's saying you stake your coins, there's going to be a big payday, and everybody's going to get a share of it based on when they staked it. Sort of.
How much X were you given?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. If you got to think about it, you've been given too much.
Follow the money. Follow the money.
Where did Benz go? I wanted to get his opinion on Link. Benz.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, so everything that's gone on with Link over the month of July, what's your opinion of that whole?
Eric, do you know what Link is? Eric?
Let's just say that I had some Link.
Oh, okay, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of my portfolio managers decided to sell it at $1.50.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
So every day I wake up and I have to take a pill in order to function during the day.
That sucks because it hit like 950 just yesterday.
You know, Eric is one of the most unluckiest crypto people in the world. He's been crypto for so long, but he's the guy who will tell you stories. I sold my Bitcoin at $4. I sold my Link at $1.50. I mean, like
lost 9. You guys, you want to know the Mount Gox?
Child support payment.
You want to know my Mount Gox story?
Oh, this ought to be good.
Yeah, tell us the Mount Gox story.
So my friend and I were starting up. This is I'll actually say his name for all intents and purposes. Adam Leonard, if you're watching, I hate you and I love you at the same time. He's the former founder of BlockX, and now he's doing his own project in Luxembourg. Anyway, we started our account at Mount Gox in 2012, and unfortunately, we set that account up with a Hushmail email account. And unfortunately, we misplaced the password. And as you know with Hushmail, you cannot
recover it.
Password recovery. And hence the reason why in 2013, I reached out to the former CEO of Hushmail, John Matonis, and we became very good friends, even to this day. Former executive chair of the Bitcoin Foundation and, economist to the world and first promoter for Bitcoin in many different industries. So, it was a terrible, terrible time. That was about 900 coins that we ended up not being able to access.
900 Bitcoin?
That's 900, a lot of
900 BTC, not BCH, Danish, BTC.
So,
BCH.
so basically the reason Eric still has to get a job every now and then is because of that incident.
Yeah.
Wait till Bitcoin.com. I'm working on my SLP coin right now. If you go to Bitcoin.com, you can do the same. But
I think Eric got so disenchanted.
Read my memoirs. My memoirs are being put together, gentlemen. My memoirs will be fantastic.
All right, I gotta go to the other side of my screen where the normal people hang out. And
no.
Ryan, whose day job is public relations in crypto, and this is for Rob and Ryan. Ryan, what are some of the legit news stories that you're following this week that have caught your attention? Because that's really what you scour every day. It's what Rob scours every day. The real stuff.
I think, one of the more interesting ones is I was out earlier today, Goldman Sachs appointing a new head of digital assets to create their own token. I mean, they just recently were saying that
it wasn't an asset class.
Yeah, it shouldn't be taken seriously. And all of a sudden they want their own token now. I mean, that's just step one. Like it's what Signature Bank did. They created their own token and now they work with other crypto firms. And you're not going to do that unless you think that there's a future in the asset class as a whole. So I think that represents kind of a sea change at what's considered the most conservative bank on the street in many ways.
Yeah, I was actually reading that story. Well, I read the headline. I didn't really read what was in it. But like, why would Goldman Sachs want to go into creating their own coin? It's like JPM have their own coin, but either they use it for
internal settlement, just like Wells, just like JPM.
Yeah, but
Bitcoin.com exchange create their own coin?
Yeah, I think it was called Shitcoin Cash. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, Roger. Let me call Roger.
Roger
no. I haven't. He's on the phone with me. I've kept it on.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So here's it.
I listen.
He's loving it.
I think Goldman has an underlying want to be exposed to crypto. I think they have to answer to shareholders, right? So it's a double-edged sword when it comes to bulge bracket banks. If they directly invest into crypto in some form or fashion and they get burnt, their shareholders revolt. Why'd you go into this fairy tale? If they don't invest into crypto and crypto booms, then their shareholders go, why didn't you have at least a little exposure? So
I mean, like Goldman already has exposure, right? It's got Circle, it's got a few other.
Circle, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they backdoored it and they said, hey, we'll back Circle.
I have a message for Goldman. Suckers.
I'm sure they're not listening.
Thanks. Let me call DJ Solomon.
Rob, what's your opinion of Goldman getting a head of digital assets?
Well, first of all, let me go back to Benz, what he was talking about, as far as Mt. Gox. These are the kind of stories I like to hear about because these are the people that have experiences that I want to hear about. Because you can't, people who are perfect, people are like, just do this and I'm awesome. I don't like those people because they're all liars.
I love you, Dan.
Yeah, because people like that, you have to learn from mistakes. They don't have to be your mistakes, right?
That's what I do. What I do every day.
That's why I'm good friends with Eric. That's why I'm good friends with Eric, because every time he tells a story, he makes me feel better about myself.
That's true.
See, there we go. Those are the guys you want around. You're like, I'm awesome. I'm bulletproof, baby.
I'm like
this guy's great.
I'm a crypto punching gentleman. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know what's better. I don't know what's worse though. Eric fucking up his own email address, or I had 500 on there that got hacked, and now I'm only eligible for 20% back, which I don't know when I'm gonna go see. It's terrible.
What are you gonna do?
If I had those 500 right now, it would just be I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now.
Yeah, but what about the Bittrex hack? What was it, 120,000 Bitcoin, and now they're offering
Bitfinex, yeah, $400 million.
To get it back, they're offering $400 million to find them.
Scam.
That's
uncanny.
Well, because they launched their own token to fill that gap. They launched Leo, which is like $1 billion token, which then kind of got backed into their missing treasury.
It made investors whole, but do they I can't imagine they realistically think they're going to find those missing Bitcoins. They're gone.
Well, they moved. I mean, the news was that they moved on the anniversary.
Brian, let's talk after the call. I got a hint for you.
Yeah, it's awful.
Listen.
I know where they're hiding. I know where all the Bitcoins are hiding. We just got to get them.
Got to get them all.
We got to get our mining gear together. We got to get our tractors together. We got to go dig, man.
Done.
Danish, what was the last time you were on the phone with Roger? What is he doing in Roger Bear land?
He's making some big moves, actually. We haven't spoken in a week or so, but we're supposed to catch up soon because we're working on something in his part of the world, in the Caribbean, which is supposed to be pretty big. So we'll be collaborating together along with what we would call a digital national currency, but it's not a central bank backed currency. It's not CBDC. We're working with one of the largest brands that's out there to offer a digital currency that's based on SLP, which is our blockchain, Bitcoin Cash's blockchain. It's going to be available in ATMs. It's going to be available on OTC desks, so kind of like a Western Union or whatever. And it's going to be available digitally. And so it's Changelly, Bitcoin.com. We're exploring that sort of thing. We can't really reveal much, but yeah, Roger's going to be hopefully.
You've already told him everything
about that, so yeah. But yeah, so that's what he's up to, and he's talking to.
What island is Roger on right now?
Island of Benz.
Is he with Calvin? Is he with Calvin Iyer and?
Oh yeah, you'd love that if BCH and BSV were all prancing around on one island. Wouldn't that be a story, Dan?
That would be the story. But
yeah,
but you know what? I still wouldn't cover it.
Okay. As you should.
I'll send you a Cliff Notes version.
Thanks. Oh, for
as
Ben.
soon as Roger sees this, Eric, you know you're about to get a phone call.
So anyhow, Danish, real quick, I have a question for you because
sure.
Every day, on all these videos, we just go through the different market caps and just see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So Bitcoin Cash is always up there, right? It's gonna be in top 10 for a while and everything else. Then we see Bitcoin SV, and I'm like, of course Bitcoin's 1 right now.
Yeah.
What is the plan for Bitcoin Cash? Because to me, and I'm not going to be disrespectful at all, but I just don't get it. And this is the thing that I talk about on my channel. I just don't get things. Because like with Bitcoin, okay, maybe a store of value, right? Currency, I don't see that happening. I mean, I don't think it can actually go that way. Bitcoin Cash, of course, with the larger blocks, sure, I get there's something like that. Bitcoin SV, I'm at a loss. I just don't know, first of all, why it's in the top 10 to begin with.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure that's going to get some hate, but that's just how I feel. So tell me, what is the plan for Bitcoin Cash, Roger Ver, and everything else?
Well, no, I mean, I agree with you there. I don't know why BSV is even why it even exists. Like, it has this polarizing audience, and you're just like, why even? Like, why do you even like believe in this guy, or what's the use of the token at all? For Bitcoin Cash itself, I think it's really kind of what Roger's done is, and he's kind of held true to what the original white paper was. It's peer-to-peer electronic cash. And so if you look at at Bitcoin.com, we're more agnostic than just proponents of Bitcoin Cash, obviously, but we do support Bitcoin Cash heavily. But if you do look at how Bitcoin Cash is being used and being propagated, like if you do a transaction using a Bitcoin.com wallet, all Bitcoin Cash, at a merchant or at a store or online anywhere, it's like faster than anything else. Like peer-to-peer payments are so much faster with Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin. Like, and I don't pay, pay like $5. Yeah. I don't pay $5 to send $5, right? Like that's the whole point of Bitcoin Cash. And that's what, be it in the top 4, top 5, top 10. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's wrong. But the whole point of Bitcoin Cash is it's true peer-to-peer electronic cash, where it's like allowing you to transfer money across the world or within your vicinity within seconds.
I get it. So everybody's competing for the same type of thing, right? Like, who's going to win? Who's going to be the big dominant player that comes out of the gate and is the horse that wins? That is always the big question. And who knows? I wish I knew, because I'd be rich. Me and Benz would be rich. We'd know exactly what's going on.
The underlying tech also for Bitcoin Cash. I mean, obviously, we haven't even touched upon the SLP blockchain. I mean, I know it hasn't gotten a lot of media attention, and there's not a lot of publicity on it yet. But there are some really exciting projects building on SLP. SLP being the Bitcoin Cash blockchain, and obviously we've been listing a few projects on the Changelly side as well as with Bitcoin.com exchange. And the great thing I think about SLP that projects should be aware about is it immediately gives you that, million wallet access. You're right on the Bitcoin.com community and being able to target that ecosystem. And it's actually a pretty cool thing. And I think it's going to be something to watch. And obviously it's just starting to grow.
I think it's just not BCH or Bitcoin Cash, right? It's an ecosystem in and of itself. And I think some of the things that at Bitcoin.com have really championed and the products that are on it is like the actual, like you go into a merchant, we have tons of merchants here in London and across the world that use it. You can go pay for a beer and it's just as fast as your credit card payment, right? Like even faster. Like Alex was over London and he took most of my BCH from a wallet because he was just like, oh, look at how every 2 minutes he'd be like, hey, send me some more. Hey, send me some more. And I just click on a button and it just appear in his wallet. And he just like, he took like $300 from me, just like kind of, having me pass it over. And so I think that's the whole point of Bitcoin Cash. I think it's truly one of the fastest peer-to-peer and most and easiest to use, given the tools that Bitcoin.com has developed, easiest to use value transfer that I see out there in a mass market sort of thing.
Got it. All right, thanks. I don't want to hijack Alex's show and ask all these questions.
No,
it's okay. I'll do it.
No, listen, I'm here to be a bystander because, Eric and Danish are two smart guys in the industry for sure. Way smarter than me. I'm a capital markets guy, right? So I don't particularly care where the price of Bitcoin is on any given day. I care that people are trading it. I care about volumes. That's how I make my money. Yeah. Danish and Eric are much smarter in the sense of protocols and use cases and stuff like that and problems that they solve throughout the world, which I think is cool.
I think we're just on a different spectrum than you, Alex.
You're on a completely different spectrum. It was kind of like Changelly's trading volume today. This is me, and here goes Eric.
Yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, it's like,
I'm okay.
Yeah. Alex, what are you seeing in the markets? From a capital markets perspective, what are you seeing? What's happening in New York? How are you surviving? What's popping?
Yeah, no, I mean, volumes across the board are down, right? So our matching engine volumes are down. Our prime brokerage volumes are moving up just because it's a new product. But generally, from exchange points, it was a sideways market the last 2 months. I mean, pretty much Bitcoin was putting everybody to sleep. Now we have a little movement. Hopefully, volumes tick up. We get the HFT guys and the arbitrage guys going. And we start making a little bit more money. I think the last couple of months have been tough for exchanges that rely on volumes and trading activity. But yeah, I think, one of the things that's interesting is that, I have my little Robinhood account, which I sneak money away.
Oh, you're part of the Robinhood crew?
Well, that way it's not monitored by my wife. And so I play around with
take money from the rich and give it to the poor, Alex.
Exactly. And so the great little graphs in it are showing uniquely the dislocation between Bitcoin and equities, right? So even if you look today and, if you have equity holdings, the majority of them are kind of way below their lows from a month ago, but Bitcoin's going up, and I like that. And I think I'm a little worried about the economy right now with the bond market. I don't know what the 10-year is, but consumer confidence is still off. And I just returned 18% on my GLD position over the last 4 weeks. So that's kind of ridiculous. I did lose all my Bitcoin though in Mt. Gox.
Ow.
It's made me so much stronger, Alex.
Almost $1 million worth of Bitcoin.
That's why we've partnered with you, Danish.
Of course. Alex, weren't you in the news just recently? Didn't you have this big publication, this news thing come out?
I'm always in the news, but
yeah.
I had a photo main photo spread.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote an article for CoinDesk on the OCC ruling, which is allowing banks to automatically custody crypto, no matter what. They don't have to file any paperwork, any lines of business, and that's actually how I met Rob. So he covered it in depth. But yeah, it was a cool article. I love the CoinDesk guys, and
I don't know how I feel about that. You can just imagine Bank of America getting hacked and be like, "Oh, sorry, your crypto's gone."
Well, if you read my damn article, Danish, it only took 5 minutes.
I just saw your face and I was like, "Oh, this is great. This is fantastic.
This is great. Next. This is great. Next. All right.
Swipe.
There's Alex. All right, next.
Yeah.
Actually, Rob, you had a great breakdown, but give us your overview of what that means. I mean, I think we agreed on a lot of the points.
Well, I always look at what's different, because if I'm in an echo chamber, no one gives a crap about that, right? It's like, oh, it's the same thing, right? And when this all came out, everybody was excited, like, oh, the banks are going to hold, they're going to custody it, which means this is fantastic for cryptocurrency, and it's going to be like flipping a switch. And Alex here said, that's ridiculous. That's not going to happen. There's going to be a lot of different steps to go through. It's going to take a lot of time if they do it at all. Because, I mean, let's be honest, the banks aren't the most forward-thinking places that actually get things done. Look, I've got banks, I've got different businesses, and I got to tell you, all of them suck. All of them suck to actually move money around and get things done. This is what I always talk about. There is no reason why I can send an email to a friend of mine in India, and it gets there in a couple minutes, but it's going to take me 3-4 days to get states across.
The Central Bank of Mongolia is pretty good service.
You know what? I got to move there. Benz, see, fantastic. This guy knows what he's talking about. He's already gone through it.
Their Swift in and out facilities will blow your mind.
Oh, Swift, that sweet cutting edge technology that we got. Yeah, I mean, you've got to love all these things. So like when Alex talked about this, I'm like, this is true. They're not going to go for it. No one's going to care for a while until the price starts to skyrocket. And then like, hey, where'd all our customers go? Because these banks are shutting down.
Yeah, legacy banks are horrible, and they're not gonna conform with the times quick enough.
That's what
Benz, yeah. Benz,
outdoor tour from Benz's wherever we.
Is that your new house in London there? He's on mute.
You're on mute. I don't think he knows how to use Zoom.
He doesn't know how to use Zoom.
Danish, you know,
Speaking of
sorry for
technology.
being on mute. This is the other back, the crypto castle here. This will also be the new cultural center of Liberland. We'll make
Eric, is Changelly doing like a straight exchange, or are you
I'm glad you actually gave me a moment to speak.
Please do.
Good, please.
All right, wonderful. So actually for the past couple of years, you know, Changelly has been working on a more, let's just call it a mature trading experience for our customers. Obviously with being around for the past 5 years, we've really built up and developed a really strong community, both on the B2C front as well as on the B2B. And that being said, we've listened to our customer, we've listened to our partners, and we've seen from the competitive landscape obviously being built that, you know, really what we need to do is launch a professional full-featured spot exchange, and we've done that. So you can check it out at pro.changelly.com. I'm really excited for that experience, both from our, you know, for our customers as well as for the 40 plus major partners in our network to really kind of close that loop, so to speak, and bring them closer together and, you know, provide a more cohesive and commercially advantaged service for them, as opposed to them having to go to like a Kraken or a Binance or a Bitfinex or a Bitcoin.com exchange.
I feel like you missed a few buzzwords. I don't know if you could have used a few more buzzwords in there.
Eric, give us a
Hey, Danish, you know, that's what you have to do when you're speaking to non-institutional traders. You know, you have to speak to them. You have to make them feel comfortable with crypto.
Eric, give us a quick background on Changelly. It's old school. It's been around for a while.
Right. So Changelly about 5 years ago identified a very large gap in the market, and that was to provide customers the most efficient, easiest way to buy crypto, whether that be Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ether, Dogecoin, or any one of the 170 plus other currencies that we have on our platform. We've really simplified that whole experience, both from a user perspective on changelly.com, as well as via our API, which is a bulk part of the business, to where we provide the swap functionalities and exchange services that a lot of the wallets in the ecosystem are dependent on. So for example, we power the swap functionality for wallets like Exodus, Engine, MyEther Wallet, Coinami, BRD, Trezor, Ledger. The list goes on and on, because obviously we provide such a great service that allows these companies to emulate an exchange experience without actually having to become an exchange. Obviously with what we're launching with Pro, that further assists these wallets and businesses in our partner network to take advantage of more sophisticated advanced trading functionalities.
That was good.
That was a good elevator pitch right there.
I was reading from a sheet that I wrote down.
I was gonna say, who's holding the sheet behind you?
The teleprompter was kind of not working for a second, so I might have stuttered.
Nice.
All right, guys. We're gonna wrap this up in 2 seconds.
Oh no! Don't go! Come on! I was just getting into it.
Come on, Mastioli.
All right.
Mastioli, vroom vroom.
Oh, I got a couple questions. Hold on. For I'm not sure, Rob, if actually you read so much that this applies to you too. But guys,
I can barely read. Go ahead.
Shapes and colors. Shapes and colors.
I've been asking this lately with Ryan, because I get interesting answers. We all get interesting answers. What is the strangest thing you've ever heard about or seen in crypto in your time in the space? And just to give you color,
42 coin.
Wait, can I just?
Sorry, yeah.
I gave an example to a friend of ours at CoinDesk, and I said, we asked that question. He mentioned the weirdest thing he's seen in the space was sardine ICO from a company where after 10 years you could redeem the tokens and get your 10-year-old sardines back.
My face finish. It was the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
No, sorry, no.
All right, Eric. Eric, you first. Eric,
banana coin.
By the way, I already know Danish's weirdest moment in crypto is when he saw Roger naked, but that's a different story.
You're just jealous you weren't there.
You guys must research the history of banana coin. such a wonderful idea, such a great concept that it just failed on the execution. Those damn farmers, you know.
Well, we explain it to us. You got to give us more than that.
So basically, you can invest in, you know, these what are these small bananas that you can buy like a patch or an acre of, and you can invest in an acre of where these bananas were being planted, but supposedly those bananas never actually grew. So shame. Yeah.
Was that nice?
That's a great story, Eric. You should tell some more. Please tell us more of those excellent stories.
Hey-oh.
Danish, what's the weirdest thing?
We didn't get Rob's answer yet.
Okay, we go to Rob. Rob,
LGBT coin.
There is a market. There's a market for everything, gentlemen. It's all about marketing.
There is. I have it all planned out, Dan. We can talk later.
This guy, money, straight money.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, the one thing, I mean, there is so much nonsense going on in this space to begin with. Just to narrow it down to one type of thing is almost, it's asinine to think about. I would say probably the different parts of the gossip with the court case that has to do with Bitcoin SV, and how, you know, it's like these guys are playing like 3D chess, and they're not really like, oh, we have these private keys. But no, we don't. But we'll do this, and then we're going to stop everything with Bitcoin. That's just one of those things where I'm like, this does not make us look like a professional asset class. You know what I mean? It just makes it look ridiculous. Get out of that.
If we look at all the cases, if we look at all cases around the U.S. dollar, and we compare it, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we'll all feel comfortable.
Ben, we'll do that.
The project you mentioned, reflexively said there was a project that you thought was the weirdest project you came across. What was that?
Oh, for me, for the weirdest project? Gosh. You know what? So on my channel, as far as like weird projects, I get emails daily, probably about 5 to 10 different emails where people are like, hey, can you check out this coin? Can you
hey,
check out
Rob,
this
by
project?
the way, we get no emails.
Let me tell you, you guys are lucky because it's a bombardment. And it's not only that, it's like, you know, can you check out Bitcoin potato foot? I'm like, what's going on? But it's like a never ending stop like that. And on top of that, it's also people like requesting for like, hey, we have an exchange in Kazakhstan and we're listing these.
That was me, Dan. You never got back to my email.
God damn it, Benz. You gotta put your name in there now so I can say, you know what, let's get on that. 5,000 market cap sounds good. But I mean, this is the type of thing that I'm like, all these things have to go away. That's what I see for us to move forward. That's really all I got.
What about you, Danish?
Dude, I don't know. I've seen the weirdest
Skycoin.
that's been here. So like Skycoin being one, obviously. No, I think the one that I actually saw people like, there's Trump coin and there's Biden coin and there's like all sorts of other coins. There's Denta coin that gives you your dental treatment for free.
I remember that one.
I think one of the weirdest one was there was this one that planted trees for every coin you bought, and it was like, I forget what it was. It was like some hippy dippy coin that recorded that you bought so many coins, and they'd go to Brazil and plant a tree and like.
That built on the L'chaim blockchain.
Yeah, it was on the L'chaim one with the challah as a prize.
Nobody planted a tree.
Nobody planted a tree.
Wow.
What?
Absolutely.
Obviously, there was enough people that gave them like $20 million, like enough hippies and shit that believed in it. Like, oh my God, I'm going to give you money, you're going to give me a coin, and you're going to plant a tree. And within a month, they were gone.
A scam? I can't believe
Was it kind of like this, Danish?
There was
They pulled the Benz.
I saw that was pitched at a conference in London that I was at last year where they were tokenizing asteroid mining. And apparently there was enough riches to be found on asteroids that would make every single person on Earth at least a millionaire, if not a billionaire. And it was
It worked. I'm raising money on asteroids right now.
It was the most out of control pitch I've ever seen in my entire life. I was laughing out loud through it, and the guy kept glaring at me. And then at the end, the guy who ran the exchange said, "It's a great idea. Everyone invest, yes?" And
That's Pavel. That's Pavel. Don't mind him.
Stop laughing. I had to excuse myself because everyone was staring at me.
Oh my God!
That's
All right,
bad.
now I got to do the infamous December 31st price prediction.
Infamous.
Were you wearing the same outfit you were wearing last show, Alex?
I guess I wear the same. I actually keep the Midtown uniform vest next to the chair, so every time I get off a Zoom business call and do a webcast, I just throw it on, and then James Bowater gave me an endless supply of crypto AM hats.
Well, you're giving him free advertising. You should get something from him.
Yeah, I think we
Apart
should.
from sharing the same bed with him that you did at
I think we should talk about Ben's coin hat, but we'll talk about that.
I alternate between. I don't wear the BQuant yellow hat. I don't have any Bitcoin.com hats, so it's basically between Bowater's and Tone Vase's hats that I alternate between episodes.
Oh, remind me.
You know what?
Nice.
You know what? You should wear a kippah. It'll do you well, Alex.
We'll get you some Bitcoin.com hats. Tone would love those.
Those are the hats with the unbreakable.
Yeah.
All right, so Danish, you first. You're at the bottom of my screen. December 31st. Where do you think Bitcoin's going to be?
I think I already was. We were on Tone's podcast, and I said it will be at 22.5 by December 31st.
You're sticking with that. You're sticking with that.
Sticking with that.
Okay. All right. Benz.
Oh, you want an answer?
Yeah, I'd like an answer.
Yeah.
I know you lost all your
December,
Bitcoin. I'd still like to think.
Can I speak? I think by December 31st, the price of Bitcoin will be 27,500 pounds.
You really just couldn't give me a USD answer. You're
Call it $30,000.
Oh, thank you. Because everybody's like, let me convert that. Let me convert that.
30 grand. Okay, so
Yay.
you're not McAfee, but you're bordering Novogratz. Okay.
If by December 27,000 pounds is $30,000, I would fucking love it. I don't know if Eric knows what a dollar to pound parity right now.
I'm taking it easy on our U.S. listeners because I know they can't process exchange rates too well. So I'm just gonna, you know what, just call it 30K, whatever, same shit, different smell.
Solid point.
Ryan, what are you thinking?
I'm sticking with my 15.5.
All right, 15.5.
Ryan?
What about you, Rob?
I think it all comes down to what's going to happen with this coronavirus and the actual market. If everything keeps tumbling down and we have all these issues with the economy and the just the different problems that we have, I could see 25. But if not, if everything starts to reverse, we get a vaccine, things are going good, and the economy's like, gold we don't need that so much. We don't need Bitcoin so much. Maybe 20, 19.
They say the more you smoke, the less possibility you have of catching corona.
Yes, that's why I've upped my intake to 2 packs a day and doubled my Scotch volumes. Rob, that's a good point. Do you think that actually the world is more captive to crypto right now because of Corona and where it's put us? As you say, like if they find a vaccine, everybody goes back to normal playing in the park. Are they going to start to kind of just forget about it a little bit?
First of all, I don't think it'll ever go back to normal, like what we know.
I
think even if we get a vaccine, it's still going to come back, just like we have with the flu.
Rob, you're locked in a house with a pool, an indoor pool, and a hot tub.
I can't take you serious for something.
I know.
Into your office.
Like you're complaining about this problem and that problem, and then you're sitting in a beautiful villa.
I want to be locked down with you next time.
I'm telling you, this you're going to regret that. My wife said the same thing. Look where we're at. See, there you go.
What is this? Is this Arizona? Where is this?
El Paso, Texas.
I was close.
You were close. You were close. No, I mean, it'll never go back to normal. It's kind of like what Mike Novogratz said on the Unchained podcast. And they asked her, like, what is it going to be, Mike? What's going to actually, drive everything? He's like, well, there's virus and all these problems with the economy. And everybody's worried about it. And they want to use Bitcoin and they want to use gold. Gold's going to be, what's gold at today?
Oh.
I know Alex knows because he made some money.
I know what the share price of GLD is.
There you go.
Gold's got to be around 1,900.
No, it crossed 2, didn't it?
Did it cross 2?
Jesus Christ.
Are you looking it up, Danish, or am I just waiting?
My grandmother's going to call me and kill me because I sold gold ages ago.
Gold is about $2,000. Yeah.
Oh, so Peter Schiff's happy. Okay.
Yeah.
2,060 right now. I mean,
Oh.
it's also like it doesn't really matter much because the U.S. dollar is like in the gutter right now, right? So it's not.
It's
Yeah,
weakening.
prices are going up in crypto and in gold, but you're going to spend twice as much just.
Danish, let's be specific. The U.S. is in the gutter right now.
Oh, dude, you're in a dumpster fire, Alex. Like you're really in the fucking asshole of the world right now.
Like, why not just take a dumpster and pour it all over the U.S.? It's like, that's kind of what's happening.
I can't even have an opinion of what's going on. It's too many.
You don't deserve to have an opinion.
I showed Eric that Trump interview that happened a couple of days ago.
Oh my God.
Bro,
what a meme fest.
what are you doing?
It was brutal.
Oh, so
Meme fest. Brilliant.
Cringy.
All right, before this gets out of control and political and all that stuff, guys, thank you for everybody hopping on. It was awesome. Some of my favorite people here. Rob, special guest popping on. Thank you. Go to Digital Asset News channel on YouTube. He runs a tremendous show there. All his information is going to be in the link for how to get there. Danish, Eric, thanks all the way from London. Go have some drinks and see everybody soon, man. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Alex,
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Ryan. And thank you.